Get out the car! Get out the car right now! I'm just so glad these officers were swiftly on the scene to address the imminent threat of a toddler who walked out with a 99-cent doll.
Get your hands up!
Hey! Whoa, sir, come down!
So they're threatening this family with execution because of a stolen doll. At first glance, you'd expect this group of Phoenix police officers circling an SUV with guns drawn to be in pursuit of a terror suspect or an armed shooter. But as you will see, what emerges is a family, a pregnant black woman holding a baby, only to be threatened with a bullet to the head for holding said baby. Hands up. Now what we have here is yet another example of a situation being escalated by American police. So to start with, here's what I want you to do, right? If you can, let's set aside partisan bias just for a second. No left, no right, just human, right? So as a human watching this interaction, do you have any confidence in these men de-escalating the situation?
Get out the car right now!
Do you at any point in this interaction feel they are in control? Do you think they are protecting and serving anyone here? If the answer to any of these is yes, then please, I'm genuinely asking you, come tell me what sort of calculator you're using, because I just don't understand how their approach does anything but intensify the situation. At no point do they speak to this family as human beings. They give countless conflicting commands that only further endangers all involved, and throughout they just seem so goddamn angry. And when you partner all of the above with the fact that Phoenix PD currently has the 4th highest rate of fatal police violence in the nation, that Phoenix police shot more than twice as many people last year as they did the year before, you swiftly realize that perhaps there may be an issue in the way they police. So it's at this point, the point most conservatives hate because it involves that whole racial bias thing, we need to ask, how much does racial prejudice play a role in these officers' decision making? Would a pregnant white mother holding a child be berated and threatened? Would a white man be screamed at whilst complying? Would all of this even have happened if roles were reversed? And I know what you're thinking, Francis, you're overreacting. These officers were clearly out of pocket and they were held accountable for their behaviour. And you're right. Oh wait, of course you're not, because this isn't the Twilight Zone and no charges were brought to any of those involved. Meaning, once again, the state-sponsored harassment of black people in this country is ruled just. And they still, to this day, wonder why people knelt. So as I watched this again, I thought to myself, man, I am really so tired of covering these horror stories. And then I replayed that sentence back to myself. I'm tired of covering these stories. How exhausted must those people be living through it, facing this abhorrent treatment time and time again in 2019? I'd love to hear what you have to say on this. You can come over to my Instagram at Francis M. Maxwell, and you can support independent media for more stories like this, tyt.com/join.